Hi everyone, we have some patch notes for patch 1.5.1 and there's a Mother's Blessing event coming up again. If you don't know what that is, there's a bonus XP and gold event that is starting next week on August 20th together with this patch. So there's a bunch of little fixes here, lots of text and stuff, we just went through this. Lots of small little improvements, but I also have the notes here with the noteworthy stuff. So first of all, this Mother's Blessing event is a 35% multiplicative bonus to XP. So that's pretty nice if you want to level some alts, if you want to level a new character in hardcore or something like that. Good idea to do that next week. And you also get a bit more gold, but usually that only affects the gold drops and not like, for example, the sources of like chests and stuff like that. So I would not really expect much there. But this is pretty cool here. This will last for 1 week. Now for this patch here, patch 1.5.1. First of all, they're gonna give everyone a free greater affix item cache. It sounds like there will be multiple items with potentially multiple greater affixes in it as a compensation for some of the bugs they had early in the season with people not getting greater affixes on their rewards and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool, I guess. We just get something there. Beast in the Ice is getting fixed. It now drops $5. Now, there was no mention of Beast in the Ice that would say that it also deals normal damage now, because it does have some pretty crazy one-shots going on that, at least in hardcore, makes it not really a great idea. So you want to be very careful there still, but at least you can farm it and get all of your rewards now, and then you can do Andariel afterwards. Those are kind of the bottleneck here, I think. So this will definitely help greatly to do those Andariel rotations afterwards. Then we also have some buffs, interestingly, to Infernal Hordes. So some non-Hellborn sources are getting buffed. In particular, we have this here. So some of the like elite buffs and Adder Fiend buffs, I think, they're going from +1 to +2 here. And you also have here, for example, some other elite buff, and then also the Burning Rain. There's like this Hellfire stuff that is improved. That is actually like a component of the follow-up Hellfire spawns Hellborns. And also there's a, I think, bug fix or something like that, that says that these Hellborns will now appear more frequently from the Hellfire. So apparently that wasn't really happening as much as they wanted to. So for the typical Hellborn strategy, you might have seen my video or maybe others talking about this. Hellborn is the way. That's really crazy. You can get like 1000 plus Ether in like the higher tiers in 7 and 8, for example, on a really good run. And now you might get even more, so it's gonna be wild. Some Lilith bug fixes, so there was like some stuff with like you can't stagger her, or she does like infinite amount of wave attacks. You might have seen that in some cases. This is apparently fixed, so that's kind of cool. Some items that couldn't be improved with masterworking and greater affixes are being fixed. Well, they didn't mention greater affix specifically, but they did mention the masterworking, and I imagine this also counts for both. So Oculus, Blue Rose, and Stone's Companion each had some affixes that did not actually increase. In this case here, the teleport ranks, the ice shard explodes twice, and I think this was the wolf ranks, if I'm not mistaken, or the poison creeper thing. Either way, so we have those buffs here to those items. Waxing Gibbous, in case you're playing Shredder, now actually gives you stealth, and Leaf Dungeon works again in Stellar, so that's kind of nice as well. I thought this was a change, but apparently it was just a bug. Some things that were not mentioned in this patch. So we have that here, Desecrator one-shots. A lot of people always ask me, how can I survive the Infernal Hordes? And the #1 reason why people die in Infernal Hordes, including myself, is Desecrators. If you don't know what a Desecrator is, this is one of the 2 big Adder Fiends that can appear in those Adder Fiend events or at the start of the run. So this is like pre-wave 1 here when you start. This is this guy, the Fallen Dude. And, well, rip. So it is this fireball attack that kills people very easily. It does a lot of damage. It's very overtuned compared to anything else basically in there and against like similar level monsters. And there is no mention of that. So maybe it's gonna get some stealth changes or something, but there's nothing here at least. As I mentioned, Tormented Beast in the Ice also not mentioned. Victimize not mentioned, so it's gonna stay down in the gutter. So right now I have no hopes for this until the expansion, honestly. And also the pit boss HP balance and bugs and stuff like that. Like Blood Bishop is way too tanky this patch for some reason. Mother's Judgment is a crazy boss and so on. So there's also no mention of these things here in this patch if you're wondering if something like that is coming. This is pretty much it what I got here for now. I will link these patch notes down in the description. You can go check that out. Also the Mother's Blessing event if you want to read up on that, if you haven't seen this yet. They do this like usually once a season or so with just some bonus XP for a week or so. That's kind of cool. So this is also the Gamescom week. We're gonna expect pretty big expansion news. They've already said, I think, on Thursday next week. So it should be the 22nd of August. Personally, I will actually be there at Gamescom to cover it. Maybe I'll upload something from there. And of course, like, try out what I have to show and whatever. So I'm quite excited for that already. And I'll be, at the source. So I'll keep you guys posted. For now, this is what I have here. So hope you enjoyed this little update and see you guys next time.